Hey everyone, I came on here to do a little short video, just real quick. I'm 31 today. Today's my 31st birthday, and I wanted to come on here and kind of talk to you guys about things that I learned when I was 30. When I was 30, just yesterday, I was so excited about turning 31 because I had learned so much stuff at the age of 30. I really did. I learned so much different things about myself, and I'm going to name a few of the things that I had learned about myself. And it really helped me, and I'm so excited about being 31 now today because I just feel like I'm ready for the new year. I know people say that all the time. Oh, I'm ready for a new year. I'm ready for change and this and that. But it was something about going from, people call it your dirty 30, or, you really feel like you grown when you 30. You know what I mean? It's one thing to turn 21 or turn 25, but when you hit that 30-year-old club, you're like, okay, I'm grown now. And so one of the things that I had learned about myself when I had first turned 30, just throughout the whole year, was that I'm a really kind-hearted person. But being a kind-hearted person, I noticed that I would get myself into a lot of situations, as far as like I wanted to help people, but I would also put myself in situations where like I wanted to be nice, but I would also hinder myself, and I learned that you can't always do that. Just because you want to help somebody, you can't hinder, yourself and stuff. So I think that for me, I had to learn how to be able to help people in a healthy way. You know what I mean? And so I think that's one thing that we have to try and remember is like when you want to help somebody, try to do it where it fits you. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the best interest for them too, but also try to remember that you're doing it also for yourself too, So if you don't really want to help somebody, or you don't feel like giving them that extra hand, don't do it, because at the end of the day, you're not going to do it to the best of your ability. You're just going to do it just to say that you help somebody or whatever. And that was one of the things that I kept on running into. I was helping people, but I was hindering myself. And I was steady, like had my hand out, steady trying to help and wanting to be there for people. But I had to learn that you can't always be there for people. You just can't. You can't always be there for people and stuff. And I'm glad that that's one thing that I learned at being 30. Another thing is that I had to learn was like the friendships that I had, as we all know, friendships don't last forever. Some do, but a majority of the time they don't, especially, when you were kids and stuff. And now when I had lost a couple friendships, and it was one of the type of things where like people that I was really close to, and I'm okay with that, because I think that these people are doing well in their lives, people can do well and you can wish them the best, but sometimes people just you guys don't need to be together to do well together. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense to you guys. And I think that was the issue, that in my 20s and before I had turned 30, that I was just kind of like, no, I want to stay friends with you. I want to be like close to you, even though at times it would hurt, for me to be friends with people sometimes, because of certain reasons that we had those. So I had to learn that it's okay to distance yourself. Like, okay, you don't have to stop being friends with somebody, but you can, like, I guess, what's that saying, feed them with a long handle spoon or something like that. And I think that's one of the things that I had to learn, is like, even though I care about these people and I'm sure they care about me and stuff, though, we don't need to be around each other every single day. We don't need to talk on the phone every single day. Whatever, there's people that, truly deep down, I will always care for them, but they're not somebody I wanted to keep in my life. You know what I mean? My everyday life. I don't need to text you every single day. When we talk, we can really catch up, hanging out. I don't see that ever happening, because it's not that it's anything again. I don't want it to happen. You know what I mean? When you're focused on you, you have to really focus on you. So that's that. Another thing is that I had to learn that God was a big part of my life. he had to be a big part of my life, or I was never gonna be able to do the things that I want to do. It's so much stuff that I want to do, so much stuff that I desire to do, and so much stuff that I am doing right now. And I know that if I don't have God as part of my life and ahead of my life and stuff, that nothing's gonna go right and stuff though. And I've been in so many situations in the past couple years where you be like, that wasn't nothing but God. Let me tell you about one actually today. Today I went to go renew my license or so, and I went to go renew my license, but Wednesday. It was Wednesday actually. I had a ticket that I had owed from like 2015. It was like a speeding ticket or whatever. And it was like $90, but because I think I was at work or something like that, I couldn't go back to court or something, to the point where the ticket basically added up to $250. So the state of Illinois where I live at, sometimes they don't put a warrant out for your arrest. They put a stop on your license, okay? So me back then just not thinking, because like, let me tell y'all, so I recently just got myself like mentally together, like really, okay, I knew I had the foundation, but I knew I had to really like get myself together and stuff. So back in 2015, I was like, I was told that in the state of Illinois that sometimes they don't put a warrant out for your arrest, they just put a stop on your license. So that means you can't like renew your license or anything. So when they told me that, I was like, okay, I ain't gotta I'll cross that bridge when I get there. So the ticket had got up to $250, okay? And so I had ended up just kind of letting it go. This past Wednesday, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta renew my license. I just turned 31. I have to renew them. I did it today, whatever. And so I got online Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, so I could pay the ticket. I get online and it showed paid in full. I said, that's not right. That can't be right. Called the courthouse. They said, yeah, your ticket's paid in full. You can come up here and get the docket, the court seal document that you need to take to the DMV. And I said, how did it get paid? The lady said that she had no idea to this day, that she has no idea how it got paid or whatever the case may be. I have an idea how it had got paid, but I'm not like for sure. Like back in June, they had like this like amnesty thing. I think that's what it's called. I'm not really sure. But they had this thing where like they were getting rid of like people's tickets and warrants and all this stuff. But you had to go to the thing, to the program or whatever, in order to get your ticket like taken care of and stuff. And so I didn't go because I was just like, well, I'll just pay the ticket off. I'm not going to stand in line. And then the county that it was in a county that the line was probably to the, no offense, but it was probably to the street and from the front door to the street, whatever. So I was like, I'm not going up there, stand in line for this $250 ticket. I'll just pay it, whatever. And so plus I would have had to take off work. It was actually during work hours or something like that, I believe it was. And so so that's the only thing that I can think of. I was like, maybe they got rid of my ticket that way. But to this day, I don't know. But I was able to renew my license. I said, boy, and I was talking to somebody about it. I can't remember. And I was just telling them, I was like, that wasn't nothing but the grace of God. That was not nothing but the grace of God. When in reality, my Apple Watch is irritating me. In reality, I was in the wrong. It was a no seatbelt ticket. I was, jeopardizing my life. And I think I had people in the car with me also. I don't know. But I was jeopardizing my life and stuff. And it's just one of the type of things where like, God still took care of me. Like, I didn't have to pay the $250. It's not a money thing, but it's just like, really? This thing was on my, like, do y'all get this ticket was on my, it was on my, record for 3 years. Here it is, 2018, getting ready to be 2019 and stuff. And this ticket was sitting on my, record for like 3 years. And so I was, like I said, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. And today was the day I had to cross that bridge and stuff. And I was just so thankful that I didn't have to pay the $250. I had it and I was prepared to pay it. But it's just crazy. And I'm so glad that I didn't have to. You know what I mean? I didn't have to pay it. That was $250 extra in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? I just think about the goodness of God and just how even the smallest things and stuff, how much like he has your back. You know what I'm saying? So I have really learned that being 30, and a little bit before then though, but really being 30, I've learned so much about myself. And I had somebody tell me, actually, they were like, 30 is going to be the year that you learn a lot about yourself and stuff. And when I tell y'all, no joke, I have learned so much about myself. I've learned what I will do, what I won't do. I've learned about you name it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I'm just the expert, but when it comes to Realia, I've learned so much about me. You know what I mean? Just so much. And I just thank God for that. I really do. You know what I mean? So it's just a few things I just wanted to come on here and just tell you guys how grateful I am, and to be 31 today, to still be in the land of living, to still be healthy. I'm still waiting to hear back about my home that I applied for. And I don't know, as I told you guys, I did tell you guys though, that I quit my job. So, you know, I may be denied for the house, and that's okay. Because if I am denied for this house, let me tell you guys something. If I am denied for this house, that must mean it wasn't time for me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, another thing that I had learned was at being 30 is, and it's crazy because this is late, my happiness comes first. You know what I mean? When I quit my job, I was so stressed out, as I told you guys in the last video. I was so stressed out, and I was just so, I didn't know what to do, you know, because when you apply for a home loan, I didn't go in this much detail though, but when you apply for like a home loan or so, they want you to be at your job for at least 2 years. You know what I mean? And I had been at another one of my, you know, streams of income for about 3 years and stuff. But this was more of my like stability that I had. And I would have had to be there until February. And I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. It's stressing me out. Is that? But when they gave me that ultimatum, I was like, I really can't do this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's hard even coming here 3 days a week. You want me to pick up the extra 2 days a week? Heck no. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew that by me quitting my job, that I was already jeopardizing my home loan application and stuff. But you know, before I do anything, and this is for anybody, like I'll tell you guys about a friend of mine actually. Before I do anything, I always consult with God. I don't care. My mom, I have 2 people that I always talk to in my family about anything that I do, and that's my mom and my oldest brother. So, and I always go to them about stuff, but before I go to them, no joke, I have always been like this. I always consult with God first, as far as like, hey, do you think I should do it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Give me the answers, like lead me in the right direction, this and that. You know, I talk to God. I don't sit there and just, you know, pray like that. I actually talk to him. Like, we have a very intimate, well, our relationship is growing to a very intimate relationship, but I talk to him like I would talk to a friend. If you find it hard to talk to God, there's a problem. So the easiest way to talk to God is to act as if you're talking to one of your friends. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to hoop and holler and go in. You know what I'm saying? Have some respect. You know what I'm saying? But just talk to him the way that you would open up and you would pour your heart out to your best friend, or like your girlfriend, you know, whoever that you confide in. Talk to God that same way. That's the same way I talk to God. My friend here recently, she bought a car and something. She was kind of nervous about the whole process and this and that. And she was telling me when she called me, she was like, I'm having some anxiety. And I said, you're fine. When she told me that she was having some anxiety, I was like, girl, you are fine. That is like, I had the same issue, the same anxiety that she had and this and that. I was like, girl, it's fine. It's common. That just let me know that you are literally, you're where you're supposed to be. And I had told her, I said, if you was not supposed to be at that dealership, God wouldn't have put you there. She was at a real dealership. She wasn't at a buy here, pay here a lot, or a, you know, no offense, she wasn't at an Instant Credit Auto Mart or Big Jack's Automobiles or something. She was at a real dealership, you know, finance and bank, all of that stuff. And I told her, I said, if you was not supposed to be there, you wouldn't be there. Your mind would have said, go to Big Jack's Automobiles or whoever, Big Bob's Automobiles. You wouldn't be at auto centers. You wouldn't be at Offenburg. You wouldn't be at, you know, little advertisement. You wouldn't be at Chrysler. You wouldn't be wherever. You would be at Big Bob's Automobiles. I said, you must be where you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And I just think about that all the time. I told her, I said, when I got my vehicle, I was there from 12 p.m. No kidding, y'all. 12 p.m. until 8 8 p.m. They were closing the door behind me. It was to the point where they were like, girl, just take this car and go. They want to be like off the lot so bad. They wasn't right. That's what I told her. I said, don't let them rush you. Until you hear the number that you are comfortable with, then you don't go nowhere. You don't let them talk you into what they want you to do. You do what you can do. And then I also told her, I was just like, before you do anything, she had her mom and her daughters with her. I don't know if she had both of them, but I know she had her youngest one with her. And which is she's a baby and stuff. And I told her, I said, give your baby to your mom and you go outside and you talk to God and you just sit there and just talk to him and just tell him, what you have going on. And say, obviously he sees and he knows, but confide in him, about your worries, your troubles, all of that stuff. And I can almost bet you that God is going to give you the answer that you need. If something in your mind tells you, no, maybe after you didn't talk to God and stuff, and something in your mind tells you, no, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Guess what? You got your answer. God put that on your mind. You know what I'm saying? You can walk up to a dealership all day long. But if you don't allow God to order your steps and lead the way in this and that, you know what I'm saying? If you walk up in that dealership and you're like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Then God is putting something in your mind, but you may not be ready to receive it. So maybe he put you on that car dealership or anything. Maybe he put you on that website to apply for that job or apply for that loan so you could check it out to see to work on yourself, you know what I'm saying, and allow God to work on you on that possibility. It doesn't mean go ahead and apply for that loan. It doesn't mean drive off the lot with that car. You know what I'm saying? Until you get that answer from God, you don't make no move. And that's what I told her. I said, when you give your baby to your mom and you go outside and you talk to God, and if you have a inkling of an idea, if even an inkling, if God said, if you say, okay, I can do this, that is God telling you, it's okay. Make the step. I'm telling you, like, y'all, when I tell y'all, I believe this in my heart, I get so emotional because I went through the same thing. So when she called me, I was pumped. You would have thought I was her hype man. You would have thought we was at the concert and stuff. And I just kept on telling her, I'm like, you can do this. I went through the anxiety. I didn't leave there. I was there for 8 hours, a whole shift. Somebody's working shift. I was there. You know what I mean? I think it's funny when people are like, oh, I got this, I got that. But you don't talk about the hard work it took to get to that point. You just talking about the silver and gold behind it. Talk about I don't want to say the bad part, but talk about the journey it took to get there. So that way somebody knows, okay, well, if they going through this journey, then I may have to go through this journey. And if I'm going through the same journey that they went through and they got their silver and gold or whatever the case may be, then I know that I'm on the right track. I'm doing the right thing. You know what I mean? And I just told her, I said, I just keep on thinking about that. I really do. Because I went out to my car 5-6 times. My brother was at work. And I kept sending him, like, I don't know, like, he can tell you guys and stuff, but, whatever. But I was messaging him. He was at work. I was sending him the loan papers. This is what they said. My percentage at the time, my credit was bad. So I already knew, whatever. But to this day, y'all, I've had my car for 2 years. 2. In January, I believe it will. It'll be 3 years. I ain't missed not one payment. And that's what I was fearful of. When I was in my car, I was scared I wasn't going to be able to make my payments. I was scared that I was going to wake up in the morning. I was going to wake up in the morning and my car, I was going to see it going off the tow truck. I don't owe hardly nothing on my car. Hardly nothing on my car. I have made every single payment on time. I pay my car payment every 2 weeks to knock the interest down. I'm trying to think what else. I think I've used my grace period maybe 1 or 2 times because of the way my pay periods have felt. But and on top of that, I was terminated from my job a year after getting my car and still have not missed a payment. Still have not been late ever. You look at if I wasn't recording on my phone, I could show y'all. Never missed a payment, never been late, never past due anything and stuff. I wonder if I can actually. Let me see. I don't know, but because it may take me a while to log in. But all of it. If y'all ever have a car loan, I have the app and I'm always in green every single month and stuff because I'm never late. You know what I'm saying? You have to know when it's God saying, okay, it's go time. Then you don't question that. You don't question when God says it's go time. Who are you to question the person that made you? Yeah, your mom and dad, they made you, but God created you. So how do you question somebody who created you? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's mind blowing as hell. And it took me a while to get to that point, to trust somebody that, one, I had never seen before. It took me a while to trust somebody that I really didn't know that much about. And I'm still learning every single day. But it's one of them type of things where he showed me so many times. You know, there's a song, it's called, and I'm not going to sing, I Don't Believe He Brought Me This Far to Leave Me. And I remember hearing that song growing up as a kid in church. And I think about that every single day. When you're going through something and you done got to this point, you were like, why? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? I think about people who, and I know this is a very touchy subject and stuff though, but just know that I go through my mental health struggles as well too. That suicide victims have to know you got to keep going. That's why I had a ring I actually purchased. It's a heart with a little semicolon at the bottom and something. And it talks about if anybody knows about the semicolon for suicide, mental health and stuff, the semicolon represents like when an author's writing a book and stuff, they had a choice to end the story, but they kept on going and stuff. And so the semicolon for mental health and suicide, it talks about, I am my story. And I chose not to end my story. So this is not the end of my story. And I just think about that song. Like I said, going back, I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me, because the things that we go through in life, God would have never brought you this far. You know what I'm saying? I'm 31 today. God could have took me when I was 1. He could have took me, you know what I'm saying, when I first was in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? He could have took me a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that he won't. You know what I'm saying? Because every day is not promised to us at all. But I just sit around and I think about some of the things that I become, say, upset about. That's why my doctor put me on antidepressants. Here, I've been on a few different antidepressants, but they don't work. And I truly believe it's because that God is telling me, you're not supposed to be on no medicine. I'm taking you through this because I have a journey. I have somewhere that you're going to go. It's just not time yet. And I had to understand that. I had to, accept that it's not time. Like I talked about as far as being married and stuff. If y'all remember in a couple videos, I had talked about how I'm 31 now, but when I was 29, I was either 28, 29, I can't remember. I was talking to my mom and I said, Mom, it's so weird that women my age are in a rush to get down the aisle. Normally, like, we're having midlife crisis by now. We're not married, whatever the case may be. It ain't time for me. I know so many, and I see it every day, so many people who are married and miserable. Married and miserable. There's no way I want to be married and miserable. And I'm not saying that when I do get married, that it's just going to be just strawberries and bliss every single day. But I just pray to God that the man that God puts in my life is willing to work as hard as I'm willing to work for him and for us. You know what I mean? So I'm not in a rush to be married. It's not on my timing. It's a lot of things that I want. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that I want. I have a lot of flaws. And if I could erase them in my timing, honey, they would have been erased. They would have been erased. But I had to understand, and I think a lot of people, we have to understand too, it's not in your timing. It's in God's timing. So, yeah. So basically, that's that. And the moral of the story is my friend, she walked off the line. She got her car. Yay! And all of that. So that's a good thing, though. But I just wanted her to know that you have to trust and you got to believe in God. Let him give you the idea. When I told her that, I was so positive in what I was saying. When I said to her, I said, go out to your car and just go talk to God. Don't take nobody with you. Go talk to God and tell him and ask him, is this what you want me to do? Is this for me? And if you get this much, I don't care, this much, well, not this much, but this much, whatever. And if God says, if you feel like, then that's God telling you, no, it's not time. But if you feel like, okay, I can do this. I'm okay. Let me go sign that dotted line. That's God telling you it's go time. You got this and I got you. You know what I'm saying? So just know that, guys. Just trust and believe in God. And that's one thing I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful for being 30 and something I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? I look at my vision board that I have up here and I've knocked a few things off. I haven't knocked off everything. I'm still working on a few things and stuff, but one thing you have to realize is when you make a vision board and stuff, it's a vision. You know what I'm saying? It's a vision to keep you motivated, to keep you focused. But you also have to remember that everything is within God's timing. You know what I mean? I don't care what it is. Everything is within God's timing. I went and got my hair done today. And I got really serious about being natural about a year ago. When I turned 30, that was one of my big things and stuff. I was just like, I want to start taking care of my hair more and just holding myself more accountable. And so I have another thing that I kind of want to hold myself more accountable for in being 31, but I don't know how that's going to go, but I'm trusting and believing God that he can help me work through it. I ain't going to talk about it right now, but I told myself I really wanted to take care of my hair more. And like, I posted up pictures of my hair. My hair was like here, I guess it was. My hair was like, it was really short when I very first got it. When I very first like started taking care of my hair. I've been natural for probably about 3-4 years, but I just started taking care of it about a year ago. Really like routine hair appointments, getting it braided up, really taking care of my maintenance, oil treatments, you name it and stuff. And it's one of the type of things where like I want a cut. There's like about 3-4 more inches I want. So basically, if you guys can see my hair now, it's here, but my goal is to get it about somewhere up in here or so. And I told myself that I would be done. You guys can kind of see it's here. So it's a little bit longer. I feel like it's kind of drawn up some. I'm not really sure. They're my bangs, Jesus. But I told myself that if I could get my hair to like at least here, I guess it is about 18 inches right now. My hair is about, I remeasured it today and my hair is about 13 and a half, 14 inches. And I told myself if I can get them 4 other inches, I'll be done wearing, weave. But I don't care as much product. My point is, I don't care about as much product as I use, as much oil treatments. I get my ends clip routine. If my hair is not supposed to be 18 inches, that's just not what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? And I have to accept that. So we'll see. You know what I mean? This is my journey. It's a fun journey for me. That's just a little small tidbit and stuff though. But I'm basically just trying to say you have to allow God to order your steps. There's nothing you can do. He can give you, like I said, he can give you the mindset, maybe I should get a car loan. Maybe I should apply for a home loan. But until he gives you that okay to make those boss moves, it ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. So, all right, guys, I'm on here. I've been rambling and this and that. I really did not mean for this to go that long. It's almost 30 minutes and stuff. I didn't mean for it to go this long, but I just wanted to talk to you guys and just tell you guys how I've been feeling and how I felt at 30. And I'm looking forward to 31 and just being happy. I have a few plans that I want and I'm hoping to take God's timing, but we'll see. I don't know. But all right, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.